Hey there, my name is Steven, and I'm a dentist working in Tianjin, China. Today, I want to share with you guys about the true situation in China here since the outbreak of COVID-19. Since we already know that COVID-19 is a highly contagious virus, and its incubation period can last for 14 days. And since the outbreak of the virus, there are so many different voices on YouTube, and some people are criticizing or blaming Chinese people or the Chinese government for their slow action on containing the spread of the virus. In my mind, it's a totally new virus. And even for today, we don't know exactly where does it originally come from. So, the symptoms of the infected people are so close to the common cold or the seasonal flu. So the government will need a little bit of time to confirm the situation, after which they can build up the protocols to fight against with the virus. Yeah, we had some whistleblowers in the early time to remind us that we are in dangerous situation. And the governor from Hubei province felt so guilty about it, and he really lost his job. And I think by now blaming anybody will give us nothing but tension and panic. And I think we should stop blaming each other. We should just stop hurting each other. We should share information with each other, and we should fight against with this virus together. And I did heard a little bit about the information of new coronavirus in Wuhan around 1 week before the Spring Festival in China. The Spring Festival in China is January 25th for this year. And 1 week earlier, I heard a little bit about it. And followed by the big news, Wuhan City got locked down. The Wuhan city is such a huge city. It has more than 14 million people, and locking down such a huge city will be never an easy job for anybody or any government to make such a decision. Especially they made this kind of decision within 1 or 2 days, and it did occur. So many tourists, so many visitors, and so many passengers get trapped there. Wuhan City is such a transportation center for West, South China. It's just like LA for USA. So many passengers want to get transferred from there, and they all get trapped. So, from this point of view, every member of the society are making their own contribution for this kind of huge battle against the coronavirus. And since then, we realized that it was a serious situation here in fighting against the coronavirus, COVID-19. And at the beginning part, we are afraid. We were afraid of this kind of virus because we were afraid about the unknown, uncertain. And from the beginning part, I did heard a little bit from the social media. There are a portion of people were blaming or criticizing Wuhan City or people from Wuhan because they reported that 5 million people left Wuhan City before January 23. In my mind, I think during that time, the Spring Festival was approaching, and in our traditional way, majority part of the 5 million people should be students and workers. They just want to simply go home and celebrate the step festivals with their family members. It's kind of traditional way for us to celebrate the Spring Festival with my family members. So I don't think they are doing this on purpose to escape from the virus. And there would be a portion of people who want to escape from the virus. And I think they did the wrong thing. They get a lot of pressure on the contain of the spread of the virus for the system in my country. But I don't think they are deserve to be blamed too ethically, because in my mind it is human nature for us to get away, to run away from the dangers. So they did, what they did was wrong to the containment of the virus, but I don't think we should blame them. Only after a very short time, people began to stop panic, and we realized that there should we shouldn't just criticize or just blaming our people and our brothers sisters. It was not the right thing to do right now. We should encourage each other on the social media, and that's what we did in China here. We encourage each other by just reminding each other that only social distancing can help us, can save us from the virus. You know, for self-isolation from the society for a period of time will just give us the chance to enjoy the beautiful days from spring 1 or 2 months later. And yeah, during that time, we began to just encourage each other so frequently and by the social media, by all kinds of ways. And every citizen in China began to just get involved. We know exactly what to do. We're wearing masks. We thought the mask can stop, if we were infected, can stop the droplets from generating out of our body. If we are healthy people, the mask can help us to prevent the amount of droplets we inhaled inside. So, every people in China began to wear mask because, some epidemiology expert educated us that we should wear mask in China here. And, every people get involved, and some old guy even just want to just volunteer to go and monitoring the situation from travel risk from the other people, from the mask issues. So, you can realize, it's a kind of huge battle. 1.45 billion people are fighting together against this virus together. And simultaneously, the government are taking all kinds of measures to fight against with the virus. They organized several groups of people to build 2 special hospitals within 10 days nearby Wuhan City. Has a capacity around 2,000 beds for the patients. And also we have 13 temporary hospitals being built within Wuhan City. The temporary hospital is a kind of place for the gathering of the infected people with mild symptoms. The aim of the government are really simple. They want to just find the infected people as much as they can, find them, treat them, isolate them, and just trace them. We traced hundreds of thousands of people which are suspected to have contact with the infected people in China. And after which, over 20,000 medical staff joined the huge battle in Wuhan City. Well, they came from all over China, and some of my colleagues joined the battle there. Yeah, they had a head for Wuhan City and spent around 1 month there. And everything turns to be better and better since then. I have to say, we did a kind of good job. And I feel like the whole country just like a kind of body. I'm a dentist. I know exactly how does the immune system work for us. If our country is a kind of body, and the medical staff are the antibodies, and the medical staff, gathering from all over the body together in one spot, the epicenter of the virus in Wuhan City. That's exactly how does the immune system works. And since then, we have immune response, and the virus are being eliminated. And now, our life turns to go back to normal gradually. In my city, I live in Tianjin. It's a huge city. We have a population around 17 million people here. So, we only have 136 cases confirmed for the COVID-19, and we haven't got any new confirmed cases for over 20 days. And from yesterday, all the confirmed cases, they recovered from it. And during the 136, 3 of them lost their lives, and I feel sorry for them. But in general, the risk of getting infected in Tianjin stays very low from the beginning part to the end part. And now the retailers are reopened, and the girls and the ladies are busy with shopping again. And restaurants are ready to have their customers to dining inside. And the schools and universities are just calling back their faculty members as well as their students to get ready for the courses in classroom. I know the circumstance now outside China is very hard for some countries. And stay strong. And my suggestion for you guys is just cooperate with our government as much as you can. Only by social distancing can help us to conquer this kind of virus. Otherwise, if you complain too much, you think it will impact your freedom. You want to just enjoy the beautiful days in the bar, getting together, singing, dancing, it will give the system a lot of trouble. We are only an individual from the society. We can only pay attention on the business around us. For example, for me, I only pay attention on my dental treatment for my patients, or a little bit about the price of the groceries. By talking about this, during the quarantine time, every place, including the stores, the retailers, the restaurants are closed, but the supermarket and the market are still remain open, and the food supply have now displayed any kind of shortage, and including we never gone through the shortage of toilet paper or something. Everything seems to be sufficient and plenty, and the price of the groceries are remain very stable. This is the truth, and please cooperate with the government and do whatever they want us to do. And keep social distancing and reduce the human contact as much as we can. If everybody join this battle together, I think we can conquer the virus in a very short time. Otherwise, it's really hard to control. Stay strong, and thank you for listening. God bless us. Thank you.